Top 10 Most Popular Website Hosting Service. We know that hundreds of hosting services are available. Of all, some are more popular than others and have accumulated much later. But which one is the most popular? Now, in this article, I'll look at two factors that determine the popularity of hosting companies. Followed social media, Twitter and Facebook. Google Trends. For social media employees, we have created a list of 100 hosting companies and put it together in this huge spreadsheet. We then compared our hosting companies with Google Trends followers to see how often they were searched on Google. But wait, popularity is not equal to quality. Popularity has always been an abbreviation to help people make decisions. Want to get new sports shoes? Go to Nike or Adidas. Buy a new phone? It's either an iPhone or Samsung. It can be a good barometer if it's popular, but it doesn't necessarily tell you all the stories about the quality of a company's products and services. Of the top 5 most popular hosting brands on our list, the one I highly recommend here at WHSR is SiteGround, and they were miles away from our number 1 GoDaddy. To make informed decisions when signing up for a hosting plan, you must first understand your hosting needs, look up and compare, and choose the best host for your website. Part number 1. Social media's most popular web host. 1. GoDaddy. It's not surprising GoDaddy is on this list. Domain registrars/hosting companies have been smartly branding consumers for many years. As of today, GoDaddy has 316,000 Twitter followers and 1,863,919 Facebook followers. Of all the hosting companies, GoDaddy is arguably the league with the rest when it comes to social media. 2. HostGator. HostGator is another name that has been around for quite some time in the hosting industry. Not as big as GoDaddy, but they were still able to keep up. For beginners, 732,000 followers are followed by Big Twitter, and Facebook currently has 214,991 followers. 3. Bluehost. The hosting companies around the 2000s are definitely well-known names in the hosting industry for signing up, and have been reviewed by many sites, including us. Despite the acquisition, EIG, Endurance International Group, Bluehost manages to build a stable stream of followers. On Twitter, they are currently on Facebook's 151,748 followers, sitting at 478,000. 4. SiteGround. SiteGround may not be the name of the household, but they have steadily established a reputation as a quality hosting provider. Jerry Lowe uses hosting services for himself, personal blogs talking about how good they are. But on the social media side that follows, SiteGround doesn't necessarily stack up with 231,000 Twitter followers and 30,593 followers on Facebook. 5. DreamHost. Another company in the hosting industry, Horst has been hosting services since DreamHost 1997. The company currently hosts 15,000 websites and has a healthy user base of 400,000. When it comes to social media, DreamHost does a lot with 344,000 followers on Twitter, but Facebook has only 21,429 followers. 6. Name.com. Like GoDaddy, when it comes to hosting Name.com services, you may not be the company you think. However, domain registrar companies offer a number of hosting plans in addition to domain name services. When it comes to social media, Name.com draws healthy 553,000 followers on its Twitter account. But their Facebook account doesn't work very well, with just 48,464 followers. 7. WP Engine. It has grown exponentially since the humble beginnings of WP Engine 2010. WordPress-managed hosting sites continue to make waves, focusing on the best places to host WordPress. But how do they pay their fares on social media? For Twitter, they're about 375,000 followers. But Facebook is pretty small, with just 38,658 followers. 8. A2 Hosting. Using technologies such as A2 Hosting, Railgun Optimizer, and pre-configured caching, we have established ourselves as the industry's fastest hosting provider in the speed sector. Despite being an industry leader in terms of load speed, A2 Hosting doesn't always lead the same presence on social media. On Twitter, they only have about 102,000, and they use 49,233 to manage it a bit better on Facebook. 9. InMotion Hosting. InMotion Center Hosting, an absolutely great hosting provider. We reviewed them and gave the hosting service a high rating. Heck, we use them to host WHSR. WHSR says a lot about how good hosting services are. But are great services translated well following social media? Necessarily. Currently, InMotion Hosting has 124,000 Twitter followers and 11,394 Facebook followers. There is no doubt that InMotion Hosting is less popular than other hosting providers. 10. Kinsta. Another great hosting company that flies under the radar is Kinsta's managed WordPress hosting company, which offers the best performance and excellent WordPress hosting services. Like InMotion Hosting, Kinsta has a very high reputation compared to other managed WordPress companies. But did the good service help social media games? Obviously not, as it has 19,153 Twitter followers and slightly better fares than Facebook's InMotion, which has 126,000 followers. Part number 2. Participate in Google Trends. Only half of social media is gaining popularity on the internet. The other half should be viewed through Google Trends. You can use the interest over time graph to see how often a particular time period, or company, is used by search engine platforms over a period of time. Obviously, GoDaddy has the largest social media of all the social media listed above, but will it also have the largest share of Google Trends? Spoiler note, absolutely. Let's take a look at the interest of comparing times between GoDaddy, HostGator, Bluehost, SiteGround, and DreamHost. GoDaddy has easily overturned all of them, leaving 75 to 100 points of popularity consistently since November last year. HostGator, Bluehost, SiteGround, and DreamHost are all within a range of 25 points or less, with SiteGround being the lowest of the 5. Compared to better and well-established hosting providers such as InMotion Hosting, Kinsta, A2 Hosting, and even WP Engine, GoDaddy leads most of Google's search demand. In fact, InMotion Hosting, Kinsta, A2 Hosting, and WP Engine rank even lower than HostGator, Bluehost, SiteGround, and DreamHost. Is the popular web host on social media the best? When it comes to the quality of hosting providers, there are several factors that can affect them. Do you host a blog on a simple site? Is there a custom program running? Need an online store? All of this can affect the quality of your hosting company. According to our tests and reviews, GoDaddy is fine for anyone who just wants to have a simple blog or website, but a better option on the market. If you are thinking of creating a complex WordPress site or e-commerce store, Kinsta or InMotion Center Hosting provides excellent server functionality and hosting performance. After all, what you want and what you need for your website, because different hosting companies meet the needs of different websites. For simple blogs, GoDaddy will suffice. Need more server resources? Maybe it's better to go to Kinsta or InMotion Hosting. Do you like our content and would love to hear more from us? Kindly subscribe to our channel, like and share with your friends, family. Stay tuned for more.